Hey guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. Today we're going to do a video on chivalry, and if it's sexist or not. You shouldn't be giving chivalry to all women because not all of them deserve it, and I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of those here today. I feel like maybe I should put that as sort of all my videos. The opinions expressed in this video do not necessarily represent my opinions, even though they're coming out of my mouth.
Why are men taught how to treat women, but women aren't taught how to treat men?
Ooh, that is intriguing. I guess growing up, I'm in my 50s now, there was always a stigma about, being a gentleman or being a young lady as well. But for some reason, you're right. There was always the men who were taught how to, hold the door open for a woman, be chivalrous and sacrifice yourself. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's interesting that women are not taught the same thing, but then again, men aren't taught necessarily how to dress and groom themselves as well as some ladies are.
You know, it's weird because I remember the first time I got yelled at for opening a door for a woman. I was at a mall. There was a lady, maybe like in her late 30s. She was looking good, whatever. She was like in work attire. She going into the mall, and I opened the door for her. I was going in, right? So I opened the door for her, let her go first. And she's like, I can open my own door, thank you. Goes through and like gives me like a look and just keeps going. And I was like, what the hell? I was shocked. I didn't know what to do or what to say. I was just like, this was so unexpected. Now, usually what happens is these women come and I go to like, oh, I'm going to go open the door for them. And they like rush to get the door and open it themselves. It's just like, okay, I was going to open the door for you, but seems you're the man in the relationship now.
Can you define chivalry?
No.
That's just being polite. Like, I don't know, just holding the door open, that stuff.
I don't want to sound misogynistic here, but just a guy doing the manly things for a girl.
Chivalry is... Do you know what? I think it applies to both genders now with this day and age.
Of course she would. Look at her. She's got the freaking nose ring. I feel like if you take any woman who has that freaking cow nose ring thing and you ask them any sort of question, they have to be a feminist. I swear to God. And she's got like these stupid ass tattoos on her. Like, I mean, at least get something that makes sense. I guess it makes sense for her, but it looks like shit. It literally she literally looks like she just did a line of coke and she's here. She's here. She's out for the night.
But chivalry traditionally is a guy opening a door for a woman, a guy letting the woman sit down at the table first. It is a guy being a gentleman, a true gentleman.
Men being gentlemen and properly dressed and holding the door, but it's more than that. It's in the things that you might not see every day. It's taking the trash out without being asked. It's going out and mowing the grass or making plans for your significant other without it even being a special occasion. I think chivalry is really just being a decent, upstanding person.
You say that like that's actually chivalry, and it's something that it shouldn't be a special thing, but the amount of men who are at that level, not that high. Not that high. I mean, I'd be surprised if it's more than 30%. I'm just going to say it. If it's more than 1 in 3, I would be like, wow. A lot of guys don't put effort in. And it's not... You can say, well, the environment has made them this way because women are X or whatever. I mean, I don't care if women are X or whatever. That doesn't absolve your responsibility from putting effort in and trying to do things. And I mean, we can't, just because women are douchebags, like some women are douchebags, doesn't mean we just get let off the hook. No, we have to step up and do shit. We have to step up and put the work in, put the effort in. And when you find a good woman, It'll all be worth it. You're going to go through some duds. That's just how life is. Just for those of you who watch my video about how to find a feminine woman with Alexis, she is a classic example of a feminine woman. The people who watch her videos, the women who watch her videos, are likely going to be more feminine women. And they don't want to deal with this feminine garbage, or feminist garbage, rather. So just remember that they are out there. And then, of course, you always have the option of going to another country where they more appreciate that. They're more likely to appreciate that.
And treating someone like they're the most important thing in the world to you.
What are your thoughts on the following list of expressions?
What the frig is going on with her hair right now? I'm sorry. This whole comb down thing, I forget what it's called when they do that. I mean, it looks retarded.
Ladies first, ladies night, happy wife, happy life, never keep a lady waiting, women are special, women are queens, women are the prize, women are always right, placing women on a pedestal, and it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind.
Those are really old school terms. Well,
1950s type woman. We're in a different world now. I smoke weed. I hit the bong. I'll shotgun faster than you.
So you don't think any of those still apply?
Some of them do, but I don't think that women should be held at a higher standard than men.
I mean, is that holding women to a higher standard or a higher status?
No, I feel like...
Aren't they all products of chivalry?
wow. Wow. Yes, they are. I agree to that statement, yes.
Would you consider chivalry to be a female privilege?
Ooh, we're getting personal.
Yes. Yes, it is. If you give a woman chivalry, like you treat her in a chivalrous manner, then yes. Only women who deserve it. That's my thing.
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah. I feel like because girls never return it. It's always the guy.
You don't see women holding doors open for men. You don't.
No, I have. I've literally had that happen to me, where I open the door for a woman and then she opens the door for me, and I'm like, well, I was just trying to be nice and do it for you. You know, it's not like a tradesy thing. Just accept it.
Don't see a lot of women asking a guy out and then taking him out and picking up the check.
So is chivalry sexist?
Ooh. I don't know, because if you're traditional, then it's just tradition. But yeah, I mean, I guess some would say.
If chivalry is about being polite, wouldn't it be polite for women to do all those same things for men?
It definitely would be polite, but, you know, it depends on your relationship. Some men like to be the man and take that dominant role and take care of their woman, so.
Is it really about being polite, though? I don't think so. To me, it's about making her feel special, making her feel like you're queen. You're showing her how much you care about her by doing those things. Or if you're on the first date or second date, right, you might not be serious yet. You're showing her that you would treat her in that manner, that she would be your queen. So I don't think it's, I don't want a woman opening doors for me and doing the chivalrous things to me, because I don't want reciprocation in that way. Now, if she wants to come and, you know, wear a little lingerie and put on a little show or whatever, I'm down. Or she wants to cook me a beautiful dinner or make me a cake, or, like, you know, give me a back rub or something, or like something that I enjoy, then yes, it's not the same thing for men and women. We want different things.
Gives him the opportunity to
get sex?
No. Not sex, no. So yeah, it may give him sex. However, it gives him the opportunity to provide and be that strong man for the woman that he is dating.
To be a slave.
He's so
wow, no.
To be a simp.
maybe like a couple of notches down from a simp, but yes, a simp.
What is the difference between being a chivalrous gentleman and being a simp?
For me, the difference is pretty much knowing whether or not you are actually wanted in the situation.
That's a good point. Actually, I was kind of thinking that when she said that. If you just go around and do all those things for every single woman and it's like, it's not special, right? You're not doing it for someone you're actually really interested in. Actually, you know what? That was Chivalry before. Shit. What the hell is the difference? Because back in the old days, we used to just... Men would just open doors for all the women. Like a woman would come, you would open a door, you pull out a seat. It didn't matter if she was your girl or not. She was just a woman right there. You would do it. And you weren't really expecting anything from it, I guess. But now you're a simp because you're expecting something. I'm not getting it. I'm missing something, guys. Sorry, can you guys explain this in the comments below? I'm not sure I understand what the difference is.
I think being a simp is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to me. I can't really answer that question because being a simp is not a bad thing to me. I mean, if you care about your woman, that's not a bad thing.
No. Wait. Okay, she just said if you care about your woman, being a simp and caring about your woman is not a bad thing. Can you simp on your own woman? Because if she's your woman, then she's reciprocating back to you, right? You can't simp on your own woman. I thought simping is when it's like not, this woman doesn't want it back and you're still doing it. She's not interested. And you're still like, here, I bought you shoes, or I'm taking you to dinner. Please like me.
I told somebody that they were giving me too much and that they were being a simp when I was not fully interested, and I had displayed that to them. And so for him to have continued to buy me stuff, I feel like that is kind of what made him a simp in comparison to someone who was just being chivalrous.
I agree.
A lot of people believe that chivalry is just about being polite, like holding the door open, but like, chivalry is also part of like guys getting down on one knee and proposing to a woman, guys being expected to kind of pay a woman's way on a date, things like that, right? If chivalry is about being polite, wouldn't it be polite for women to do all those same things for men?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Then why don't they?
I do.
Okay.
No. What are you doing, interviewer man? Okay, my personal preference is no, I don't want that from a woman. I want different things. I don't want her to pay shit for me. Okay? That's not what I want. I want different things, which I outlined earlier.
But why do
Because
you think
we're
that?
already held at a different standard anyways. It's nothing against the actual men, but if our government wants to act like we're not as important as men, then you should do the fucking work.
If our government wants to act like we're not as important as men, you should do the work? What is she referring to right now? What does the government say that makes women not as important as men? I am so lost right now. She better provide some context.
I can't, if I want an abortion and I can't get one somewhere, open my fucking door for me.
Abortion is specifically a woman issue. It is not a man issue. So what? I thought she would. Okay, whatever. People voted on that. Isn't that what happened? In each state, you guys vote for representatives and then they decide stuff. So if you want it changed, don't you just need to vote on other people? And if the people there in that state you live in don't want it changed, like they're all voting against you, then maybe you shouldn't be there because clearly you don't align with their values.
So all guys should pay for the mistakes of a few men who make the laws?
No.
But that's the world we live in and we don't pick and choose, so.
When you're on a date, who should pay?
We're dating.
But here's the
gentleman here.
okay. He's supposed to pay.
Yeah.
It would be nice. I would love to have a woman come up to me and say, you know what? I want to take you out to dinner. I'm going to pay for it myself. And you know what? If you play your cards right, you might get lucky. Wouldn't that be fantastic? I would even submit to that if women want to.
No. Okay, fine. I don't know. Maybe a bunch of you guys are like, yes. I'm like, no, I don't want that. Oh my God. It makes me feel so good. The best thing that she can do is let me pay for her because it makes me feel like I'm doing something for her, and it makes me feel good. It makes her feel good. It just fits very naturally for me. If she's gonna like if it's my birthday or something like that's fine. Like if it's like a special occasion, but if it's just like an everyday thing, I'm like, no. There's so many other things I'd rather you do for me. I don't need you to pay my way unless I literally had no job and wasn't working or something. That's a different case. But assuming I'm working, there's so many other things you could do for me, which I'd want way more than the value that I bring to the relationship, which is financial. We're bringing like providing and looking after you is like one of the main things that we bring.
I wanted to take the lead.
Is chivalry dead?
Yes.
Who killed it?
Feminism.
Why do some women find chivalry patronizing while other women expect it?
Because they're so into the feminism shit where they can't understand what's like the equilibrium. They're so far up into one side or the other. It's an equal balance here.
The fact that this is now the 21st century and everything's so modernized and it's not the way it was before, and if a guy tries to help a woman, they might perceive that as they think I can't do this myself.
You think that I can't do it for myself, especially when some people offer it in the way that they think that someone can't do it for themselves.
I opened the car door for them, and they're like, thank you. And then I've gone out with women that I go to open the car door, and they're like, what are you doing? So I guess this goes back to the simplicity of men versus the complexity of women. If you ask a man what another man's thinking, if a woman comes up to me and says, my boyfriend said this and well, this was the situation, I can tell her with some degree of accuracy what he's thinking and why he did what he did. Ask a woman the same thing. You know, my girlfriend did. She can't tell you. She has no idea. Why? Women can't even figure out other women. How are we supposed to be able to figure out women?
I feel like we need to end the video on this point. That just nailed it, dude. We've all been there. We've all had these conversations where it's a bunch of guys sitting around and one guy's like, hey, my girlfriend did this. She messaged me this. My wife did this. And we're all like, I don't know. Maybe this dude, like, you know, like, it's so bad. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad.
If the definition of lady is not serving a man, why is the definition of a gentleman to serve a woman?
Well, because the government some 100 years ago decided that men should be on top of women. And we didn't make these roles. We didn't make the narratives. We were given them.
You hear like what's coming out of her mouth, guys? Like literally, it's like information went in, feminist talking point came out, no thought. It was like a habitual reaction. It's like habit, boom.
What's the difference between feminist women shaming men for being men and traditional women shaming men for not being real men?
It's not really different. Shame and shame.
If you're a feminist and that's your ideals and what you believe in, of course you're going to gripe and complain that, you know, about men in one regard. And if you're a woman that has strong opinions in the other direction, you're probably going to complain in the opposite way that men aren't masculine enough. And that's why people get together, and that's why some couples work out and some couples don't.
Why do some women find chivalry patronizing when other women expect it?
I have no idea because I'm the woman who expects it.
What's the difference between chivalry and manner?
Oh, another nose ring. Oh, no. God damn it. Okay, can somebody comment below? I need to understand. Why do women get this stupid nose ring? Like the one she has now. Or even the reversed one where the loop is hanging down. Why do they do this? What is it? Like, do they actually think it looks good? Like, I don't understand. I literally don't understand. Or are they all just punk rockers? Like, I'm so lost. I'm so freaking lost. It is... Ugh.
Just being a polite person, but I guess chivalry is kind of like has that gender tone under it of being a man means you have to be civil.
If women have been historically oppressed, where did the expression ladies first come from?
Huh. That's a good question for Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, where anybody can put the answer and then it just like sits there. So you could write whatever you want and then we're all like, yes, we believe it.
I'm not sure where it comes from. I mean, I was raised off you treat a woman as if she's on top of the world.
Maybe it was some man that, you know, really didn't want to go someplace and do something, and he knew there was danger, and he was like, hey, well, you know, ladies first. that was the beginning of feminism right there.
Oh
Ladies
my
first.
God.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
How can a society that always places women first be called a patriarchy?
Oh, gotcha there, bitch.
I give up on your question.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
If there was some unwritten law that black people had to open the door or give up their seat, would that be racist?
Yes.
Yes.
So why is it when that same unwritten law is applied to men, it's not sexist?
It's applied to women too.
As well. Yeah.
Well, I mean, aren't men typically the ones expected to give up their seat and
No.
hold the door?
Not technically.
Not today, but I mean, historically they were.
Historically they were, but
We're not living in
historically
historical times either.
also we did have to give up our seats as well too. So
Oh, don't bring race into it. You're just trying to switcheroo it. Just because you're black, you're like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. No, we're talking about the man and woman thing here right now.
Right, but I'm saying men were more likely to give their seat for a woman.
I've never seen it.
Show me which one of you is going to be a gentleman. Why? Why are you not being a gentleman? Why? Why? Why are you not being a gentleman to me? What did I do to you?
Apparently, I know the answer to that. Probably has to do with all the yelling right now.
That I caused you to not be a gentleman to me. I don't even know you. I don't even know you.
Honestly, men have made that standard for themselves. And women don't ask you exactly to give them your seat at the time. It's going to be like if you get on a bus, you're going to see, please stand up and offer your seat for disabled people, but you won't see that for, you know, women and children or anything. And so I feel like men do that to themselves. If they wanted to give up their seats for women, that is completely on them.
Yeah, it's because we're talking about nowadays, like today in society, that's kind of how it is. And a lot of people aren't gentlemen or chivalrous anymore, and women don't really expect it. I mean, some still do, as we heard in this video, but in general, they don't. So why would we do that? I have done it quite often, particularly when I see a woman who's like older, like an older woman, a more mature woman, then I would more likely do it. Especially if you see a woman with a child, 100% do it. This was an interesting video. Is chivalry dead, guys? Is chivalry dead? Well, like I was saying, be chivalrous to the women that actually matter, who deserve it. Don't just be chivalrous to anybody, because they don't all deserve it. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you again on the next one.